Hello, friends. My name is host Eric, and I want to address a comment that is, I think, representative of the double bind that those defending rights violations find themselves in. Um, very intelligent Muslim individual named Ka'oula Ghazmi. Ka'oula Ghazmi says some interesting things in the comments. I want to read them. I want to read my responses. And I want to talk about it a little bit. So, and like another Muslim that's been around the show, Wadad, I find this individual incredibly graceful. So don't misunderstand my anti-Islam sentiment to be anti-Muslim sentiment. All right. So Kaola Ghazmi says, I felt offended in some occasions by your sayings, so I stopped watching the videos in which you talk about Islam in a bad way without really discussing or giving any constructive criticism. Or I skip the part where I think you're being disrespectful towards Muslim beliefs. Why can't you discuss the matters that you dislike or find absurd about the religion without being offensive? Finally, I think you should read about Islam from Islamic books. You can get the Quran translation and look for the verses that you disagree with, then discuss with Vidad or any other Muslim. I'll be glad to join you guys when I find the time. Excuse my English, I'm not that fluent since I just use it in school, maybe 10 hours a year. Your English is great. That's great. Uh, the thing is, though, I'm not at any point am I never ever disagreeing with Islam because of anything that its religious texts say. My position is not that the texts are giving bad advice. My position is not that this rule or that rule is bad. My position is that um, Islam is not yet entered the grown-up world. So here's what I mean by that. Here's my response. I say I go out of my way to be offensive to Muslims so as to help them learn that it's not okay to threaten violence in response to free expression. And KG, we're going to call this person KG. I don't know if KG is female or male, but it says, and you find your way effective. Before I read that response, I had already added an additional response to my earlier response, which says, it's important whenever a population says, you can't make fun of our beliefs without our threatening violence, for all the free peoples to mock the thing relentlessly, it's the only moral course of action. KG says in response, I hope I can express my idea properly. Do you believe in the notion of the sacred? We Muslims have some notions that are sacred, such as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. We also believe in Jesus, peace be upon him, as a prophet. Committing to a religion means that we commit to the rules that organize our relationship with the sacred. We don't expect non Muslims to get that, but we expect them to respect that. Michael Onfray, who is an anti religion French philosopher, commenting on the Charlie Hebdo event, said, we can't interfere in Muslims' way of life. The insult the most cherished person in their religion, the Prophet, and expect them to be cool about it. We get what we give because he understands the difference between criticizing ideas, beliefs, and mocking the sacred of the others. Well, but we don't get what we give. If we mock your sacred beliefs and we get what we give, then you mock our sacred beliefs back. You don't threaten violence, you don't kill people. That's getting what we give, you see? You can exchange mockery for mockery. I think before discussing Islam, we should discuss other fundamental notions such as religion, the sacred in religion, violence. What you consider violence is some people's self defense to your violence, insults, which you consider freedom of speech, etc. No, it's not. Self defense is not a response to being offended. Self defense is a response to being attacked. There's a difference. There are a difference between the physical and metaphysical world. Your metaphysical claims don't justify physical violence. Ever. Period. All grown ups understand this. So, however, I enjoyed your comment a lot, and I said, that's so satisfyingly well argued. Thank you for your unique warrant, which I appreciated. A unique warrant I hadn't heard before, this defense of the sacred, and the care you put into your argumentation. But here's the problem that this individual has. You aren't defending the sacred, you are defending your violence. When an individual is punished for free expression or threatened into silence, the individuals comprising the culture in which such has been normalized then must defend the ensuing violence, which all agree is bad as a general rule, with exceptional justifications. But defending the sacred can never, ever be successfully used to justify actual physical desecration, the violation of another's body. Right? When you take someone, lock them in a cage, or whip them, or do whatever, you're violating their body. Translation: getting your panties in a bunch does not justify your thuggery. Our words, my teasing of your stupidity, is not the same thing as you stabbing somebody or shooting somebody. They are different. If you think my offending people justifies their violence, then I don't know where to go from that. They're not the same thing. Your bullshit religion is leading you into thinking horribly wrong things, appallingly wrong things that no sane, civilized culture or adult would dare even dream of saying out loud. Reciprocal burdens. I have the burden not to interfere with you. I'm not interfering with you. I'm making fun of you. Interfering with you would be saying, you have to stop doing what you're doing. I'm going to threaten violence. That's what you're doing. You see? That's why Islam is awful. And that's why it has to be mocked. I have no choice but to draw pictures of Muhammad with poop on his face and stuff like that. And I have to. Why? Because you're still defending the notion that sometimes it's okay to use threats, violence, law, authority, all these other things to prohibit people from offending other people. So, I mean, I have no choice. I have to offend as much as I possibly can until you get that through your thick head. Now, if you want to self-defend, if you want to defend yourself from this, you get to make fun of anything I might find sacred. I obviously prioritize rights a lot. I don't find them sacred. But whatever it is you think I find sacred, you can make fun of it all you want, as long as you're engaged in honest speech or parody or any of the other free use, fair use kind of expressions. You're not lying or slandering or libeling somebody. I mean, I don't care what the fuck you're saying. I don't care how much I hate it. I'll be out there fucking screaming down anybody who tries to stop you from saying it. If I got off a plane in a Muslim country right now and said Muhammad is a stupid fucking idiot, would you support my arrest? If you got off said plane and yelled, rights are fucking stupid, as are Jesus, the president, the Constitution, all of America, the West, and most of all, the biggest moron, awkward, bad video making idiot of all, host Eric, what I'd do is this. I'd be screaming at the cops all the way to the station if they dared to try to silence you. I'd be filming the whole thing, calling them worthless fucking cowards, and fighting my very hardest to get you out there so you could talk shit about me some more. Civilized, uncivilized. These things, you are trying to draw equivalencies between your tender feelings about your stupid fucking religion and your stupid fucking prophet, Muhammad. This is Muhammad. I'm going to draw your prophet for you, okay? He's got one of the little things on his head. And then he's cross-eyed because he's a fucking moron. And he's got his tongue sticking out. Bah! I'm a prophet. Muhammad. Okay, so I've drawn a picture of your prophet, Muhammad, here. You'll see there he is. He's cross-eyed because he's an idiot. He says, duh, I'm a prophet, Muhammad. He's got his shirt on that says, me stupid. If you don't think about that, God, that's offensive, or whatever else you want to think, but instead you think, if we had the chance to arrest him and prosecute him for his crime there, we should do that. If you think that, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not respecting my equality as a human being. You're not respecting the equality of your neighbors. Atheists in Muslim countries get arrested. Because, why? Because Muslims are wicked and fucking immoral people. That's why. Because the religion is fucking wicked and immoral. It doesn't respect individual rights. I'm not saying rights are sacred. I'm saying rights are reciprocal, right? My right is not a right that I possess. It's a duty I confer upon another. If I say I have the right to go over the drinking fountain and get some water, that means you have the duty not to punch me on my way there. A rights framework is a duty framework, and the reason why it's vastly superior to your fucking bullshit is because it applies equally to everyone. We can follow all the same rule instead of your arbitrary, yeah, but we're offended, so your lives don't matter anymore. Okay, well, look, retards. Your religion's stupid. Your prophet's fucking gay. I have no problem with gay people, but you do. Right? And guess what? Women are equal. And in fact, in Islam, women are superior because Islamic men all are guilty of supporting apartheid against women. So, okay, there's the long and the short of it. I like your comment. I respect you as an individual human being. And that's why I'm telling you the truth instead of lying to you. Because I respect you. If I didn't respect you, I wouldn't draw this picture. I would say, I'm not going to bother engaging that individual. They're not worth my time. This picture is the difference between being civilized and being a barbarian. If you can take this, if you're willing to fight to defend my right to do this, even especially when you're offended by it, if you are desperate to fight to defend my right to do this, especially when you're most offended, now you're a human being. Right? You're not really human otherwise. You're not a moral agent. You don't take any accountability for your own moral agency. If you did, you'd respect the fundamental equality of the other. Anyhow, fuck your feelings, fuck your sensitivities, fuck your prophet, fuck your God. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you. I'm desensitizing you. You ask if it's effective? I don't know. Do you feel less sensitive now? I tell you, it's a lot more effective than blowing people up. We're talking. We're making progress. You're offended. You've been abused your whole life. You were raised in a culture that's abusive fundamentally, and it caused you to internalize some horrible, horrible, atrocious lies. All I can say is walk right outside your door, whatever Muslim country you live in, and say, fuck all y'all. Muhammad can suck my fucking dick. And then I will stand there and say, sir or madam, I applaud your bravery, remembering also always the morality is in the action, right? That's why I'm right now getting shitloads of karma points from God. He's saying like, fuck yeah, Eric, fuck yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hurry up, shame them all. More pictures of Muhammad. We've got to do something because, unfortunately, authoritarian individuals within this culture have warped it and twisted it such that they don't understand that they're equal and autonomous beings who have accountability for their own moral agency. Well, you're welcome, God, and you are welcome, KG, because remember, with every insult to your prophet, that's a compliment to you. It means I respect you enough to believe that you're grown up enough to understand the difference between abstraction, parody, genuine contempt, and violence. Enormous difference. You can't muddy the line. Thanks for watching Talking with Famous People. Don't forget to eat plenty of Muslim cheese.